Maryland. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 7. Now Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Throwing is Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Here's 2nd and 7. Draw play. This is Henry. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. We're scoreless after 1. Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board, and a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Let's go. Ready?
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Ready? Ready.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Set. Ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Evades the tackler and now some space. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft, 62 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I thought, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And his throw is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
17. 97.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down and 8. Play fake. Here's Love. That's taken in, Dontavian Wicks. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
Right. Green Jack. Ready.
Off the play fake, Love. That's complete to Wicks. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
The kick by McManus is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Here's Jackson to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Here we go.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 2.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Ultra. Set.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Travis Jones collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
Let's go now. Hut.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
10 cycles.
3rd and 12.
Let's go.
Here's Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Ready.
On 4th down, Love. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
68 yards rushing for him now to this point. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Ready.
Love looking to throw it. Able to find his man, Kraft. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Down. Hey, go Fury. Ready?
Jacobs is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's a quick throw right side, and it's a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now it's Jackson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
At the 34-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 52 yards.
I'm shaking my head a little bit as an ex-DB, but I'm also nodding because any edge you can get as a receiver, you take it. Runs a stutter go there, about 12 yards downfield, then chops his feet like he's breaking off his route. And then he takes off and goes downfield again. Excellent job selling it, and it leads to a big gain.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
180. Get on.
Jackson.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Now Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be touched down here.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Buying time to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Ready. Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Josh Jacobs, 50 yards. And the Packers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to